Hi class, so today's lessons we're going to begin reviewing for Unit 1 and we're also going to explore function operations in today's lesson. So let's discuss function operations, guys. So function operations is when we will be adding, subtracting, multiplying, or dividing functions. Okay, so here's your addition, your subtraction, your multiplication, and your division of functions. Okay. And these are the steps that we'll be following in order to do this. You're going to identify your operation, whether it's addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Okay. Substitute functions using parentheses. Substitute the given value, if any. Some of these will not have any given values. And then we will simplify. Let's go ahead and begin and work on some practice problems. So this problem here, we're given g of x is equal to x minus 5 and h of x is equal to 4x minus 1. And they want us to find what is g plus h. So we first want to identify what we're doing here. We're going to be adding. Well, here is our addition. So we've identified the operation. Okay, now let's go ahead and substitute in this. So we're going to say g plus h of x is equal to, our first function is g, so we'll say in parentheses x minus 5 plus, because that is our operation, 4x minus 1. Okay, so we substituted and we use parentheses. As far as substitute a given value, we weren't given a value, and so now we just need to simplify. So we can say, okay, I have nothing to distribute here, so I can drop these parentheses as x minus 5. And we have a plus sign here, so there's nothing to distribute, so we can drop those parentheses, so we would say plus 4x minus 1. The next thing we'd want to do is, as we simplify, is to combine any like terms. Well, we see x and 4x. Well, 1x plus 4x is 5x. Bring down the minus 5. And the minus 1. We can also combine the minus 5 and the minus 1. So we would get 5x minus 5, or negative 5 minus 1 is negative 6. And this is your g plus h of x with addition of functions. Okay? Let's go ahead and look at the next problem. Here we'll see that we are asked to find f minus g of t. So when we're identifying our operations, we'll see that we have subtraction. So we've identified the operation, so we're going to say f minus g of t equals. And when we're using this, we're going to go ahead and start substituting our functions with parentheses, 4t minus 4 minus 2t plus 5. Okay, so we substituted. We don't have any given terms, so we can go ahead and skip that step, and now we simplify. On this first set of parentheses, there was nothing I need to distribute, so we can go ahead and drop those. We get 4t minus 4. On the second set, and this is why the parentheses are very important, on this second set, I see here that I have a negative sign. So that does need to be distributed to both terms inside the parentheses. So let's go ahead and distribute that. Negative times 2t is negative 2t. Negative times 5 is negative 5. The next thing we're going to want to do is start to combine like terms. I have 4t minus 2t. So 4t minus 2t is 2t. We have minus 4 and minus 5. We can still combine these two terms, so we're going to get f minus g of t is equal to 2t of negative 4 minus 5 is negative 9. Okay. All right, so that is subtraction of functions. Let's move on to the next question. Here we see that we're being asked to do f times g. F times g. Okay, so we're going to identify the operation. We are doing multiplication. And so when we're doing this multiplication, we're going to set it up pretty much the same way. F times G of t equals, and we'll substitute this in. Our first function is 4t plus 4 times g of t, which is 3t plus 5. Okay, so we've identified, we've substituted. We don't have any values, so now we need to simplify. Now what we see here is we have a multiplication of binomials. So I know in the past class you all learned to multiply binomials using the box method. So let's go ahead and use that today. So we're going to see, and let's go ahead and change the color here. We'll put 4t plus 4, and we'll use the other equation as 3t plus 5. And let's go ahead and start working this out. 3t times 4t, well 3 times 4 is 12. T times t is t squared. In this spot here, okay, we're going to go ahead and see that we have 3t times 4, which is 12t. On the next square, we would see 5 times 4t, which is 20t. And our last remaining square, we have 5 times 4, which is 20. Okay, we know that these two squares we can combine. And so that means that our final answer when pulling these out is 12t squared. These two middle terms, we have 20t plus 12t, that is going to be 32t. 20 plus 12 is 32, and the t stay the same because we're just combining like terms. So that would be plus 32t plus 20. Okay, to clean this up in our right notation, we want to see this as f times g of t equals 12t squared plus 32t plus 20. And that is it for multiplication of functions. And our last problem here, guys, we'll see that we have division. We're doing g over h when x is equal to 0. So this was a little different. So let's set this up. Let's identify our operation. So we're going to do division. So we'll say g of h of 0 is equal to, well, we have g as our numerator, so we would say negative 4n plus 4 divided by n plus 2. So we've identified, we've substituted, now we need to substitute our value. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's substitute our value. We're going to put in 0. So when we see this g of h of 0, we're going to say negative 4, and instead of n, we will be substituting 0. Make sure you put that in parentheses, over 0 plus 2. Let's go ahead and clean this up a little bit, and I'm going to continue my work up here. So when I say g of h of 0, well, negative 4 times 0 is 0 plus 4 over 0 plus 2. So I would have 4 over 2, and 4 divided by 2 is 2. So my final answer to this is going to be g of h of 0 is equal to 2. So this is a little crash course class into function operations. We covered addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So we'll see you in tomorrow's lesson. Be ready to practice these on your own. Thank you, guys.